Tell me about some of the like charity organizations or things that you've done in your community outside of wrestling.
Um, I know that when we were with TNA, we did a lot of charity stuff, and it's more like um proceeds from the show will go to like a company chosen charity, or before shows you'll go to like a local hospital and you'll visit like kids in the cancer ward or stuff like that. So that's kind of more of what we did, like charity wise, I guess, like before shows.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to see people, that are going through a hard time and wanting to make their day. Any particular stories you care to share about one particular moment that touched your heart?
Well, I mean, like I had started a GoFundMe, like kind of like through my Instagram account a few years ago for kids with cancer. Just because I there was one time I think we were like in Indiana, and we had gone to see the kids with cancer prior to a show, and it was like it's just I think unless you see it, you kind of like don't understand like the depth of like what the parents go through watching their child battle this deadly disease, and like everything the kids have to go through, and their bodies and their systems are just so young and fragile, and it's just a very eye-opening thing to see. And I remember like following and contacting a bunch of moms who had kids with cancer, like babies and like young children on Instagram. And I just wanted to, they were always talking about like how like this fluffy blanket brought comfort, or it's like, they need this stuff, but it needs to be non-toxic. So I had started this GoFundMe, and I was probably able to help like, I think it was maybe like 7 or 8 families, I think, with kids. Just I would just go and I would buy like the softest, fluffiest like teddy bears and the softest, fluffiest blankets and anything that those moms needed for their children specifically. And I would like take a picture of everything so people knew what their money was going towards. And then I would send it to the families. So that was just like my little way of being able to help too. And now like being a mom, it like me has made me like hypersensitive to stuff like that. So that was just like my kind of chosen thing. And then just like last week or 2 weeks ago, we did oh, there's something called, let me hold on, let me find it. It's called something gowns. One of the moms that I had followed, her baby ended up dying of cancer. He was only like 19 months old, I think. He was a very, very young. And there was something called something gowns. Oh shoot, I can't find it. Oh wait, it's under my shop. I still follow her on Instagram, and she was, um, what is it called? Brave Gowns is what it's called. And basically, Brave Gowns is kids, not just kids with cancer, but kids going through any type of disease or ailment or anything. These gowns that instead of like wearing like the papery kind of like hospital gowns, they can wear their own gowns. They're very soft, they're cozy, kind of gives some comfort. So we bought four, and what it does is you choose whichever child you want to send it to, and they have a specific print that they want, whether it's like Blippy or Barbie, or it's just got ducks on it or a rainbow or whatever. You can choose it and pay for it, and then the company will ship it directly to that child. So we just did that. When did we do that? Like a week ago. And you just basically sponsor a gown and it goes to the kids. So like this was like a Blippy one that like one of the kids
Oh, that's
wanted
so
that we like
cute.
bought and sent it to. So that's just kind of like, I don't look at that as like a charity thing though. I just kind of look at that as like a what should be just like a nice normal
Yeah,
everyday like
something
I
you're
want to
doing
give or I
nice
want to
for
help thing to
others.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very sweet.